Welcome back, viewers. We sincerely apologize for the technical hitch that we are having, but well, this speaks to the actual theme of the session, Internet for Human Resilience and Solidarity. So we hope that we're actually learning some of these glitches and some of ways to actually be innovative when we rely on internet and technology and it fails us. But thank you so much for staying online and waiting for us back on. We still have our amazing panelists here with us. Judy from Kenya Human Rights Commission, Paul from the Communication Authority, and Judy from Accessible Persons with Disability. Thank you and welcome back. I'll go back to Diana and want to pick from where she stopped on digital literacy. Diana, can you hear me? Okay. Paul, there's a question here from one of the viewers, and they're talking about how, with COVID, how is it ICT inclusivity being done, especially to children living with disability as regards to access to education? This is in regards to young children coming from humble backgrounds. I believe that some of the children require special tools for them to benefit with the virtual classes. Would you want to respond to this?
I can try, but maybe just to let the viewer know that at individual level, maybe there are no initiatives which are targeting those kids with special needs level. But at the institutional level, I can say there are a number of efforts which have been done to bring connectivity to schools which are catering for persons with disabilities, be they hearing or any other challenges. And we've seen tools such as the JAWS and screen magnifiers working wonders for persons with disabilities and making them interact with these tools, and also to enable them undertake their classes using ICTs. So I know quite a number of institutions across the country could enumerate a number which have already been supported by the Communications Authority of Kenya to ensure that they can interact with ICTs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll come back to Diana. I hope that she can hear me now. Diana? Okay, she's still not yet there. I'll come back to Judy and give her 3 minutes to sort of give her contributions to the subject. Judy, do you want to take the floor?
Okay, thank you. Now that you've just given me a new position at KRC.
We want you to remain at the Association of Accessibility and Equality.
Okay. Of course, when we talk about ICT, it is hinged on education. And so there has to be, people must be educated. Just before we went off, I was just talking about the way right now everyone has to be online. And one of the amazing things, like my mother was not an ICT person, but now she has to do her Bible study and she has to do it on Zoom. So now I have become a consultant. If I was making money, I would be a millionaire right now out of consultancy.
We are losing Judy. Judy, are we good?
And so you find that even the women,
Yes, we can hear you now. Please proceed.
Okay. Yeah, so you find that even the women who are able to connect online, they had some formal education before now. So it's a bit easier. to tell them what to do. As much as it's please click here and please do not touch that one. You'll go offline. Please do not. It's easier. And so my thoughts would be, let's concentrate on digital skills in our education at the moment. Let's ensure that children as young as they get to school, they have digital skills that will help them later on in future. Because right now what we are seeing the youth are suffering is a digital skills mismatch. Yes, they have a digital skill, but still the market, they don't have what the market needs. So we need to have a balance between demand and supply. Is the digital skill that they have, can it be able to give them a job? Can they work with what they have?
We've lost you again.
I can't hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. Please proceed.
Yes. And so even when it comes to the adult education, which is across the country in many centers, there's adult education. Let's introduce digital skills to them, because the way forward is that everyone has to be online. And of course, as Mr. Paul has rightfully said, there is some efforts for persons with disability. Of course, it's not happening the way we would want it to happen. And so I'm just looking back from where the persons with disability have come from. There was a time that they were hidden in their homes and they were not attending school. So now we've got them out of there, we've brought them to school, which is excellent. So now let's give them the digital skills that they require without discriminating on whichever kind of disability the child might have. Because where we are right now, if we don't get this sorted now, we are looking at a 2030 agenda that we might not be able to meet. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judy. And I want to engage Paul here on the issue of accessibility. Already, from the data we are having from the Kenya Bureau of Statistics, it says that 1 out of every 4 people have access internet. But when you are looking at these numbers, there are very few numbers, considering that a majority of Kenyan population is actually the age of, under the age of 25. And this speaks to the productivity kind of age that we have on the country. However, here in the country, we see a lot of telcos lining down their fiber cable, independent from each other, 1, and 2, they actually have to pay county levies to lay the fiber optic, and this actually translates to consumers paying the cost of that fiber laying at the county level. How does that speak to USF, and how does USF actually contribute to laying of infrastructure at the county level? Because without infrastructure, we cannot talk about digital inclusion.
Thank you. I don't know whether I got your question right, but I believe if I got it in a simple term, it would be what improvements can be put in place to enhance accessibility to internet, be it at county or wherever in Kenya. And one of the reasons, one of the points I would want to raise would be, yes, the use of USF to support broadband in those areas which are considered to be unserved or underserved. We could also use the tax rebates or subsidies to deploy these counties, and thirdly, to treat broadband as a critical infrastructure such that the government or the security services in the country are able to provide 24/7 manpower for those installations so that they are not brought down by maybe people with ill motives. So these are some of the things which I think the government can do to ensure